Thank you, Pokhara and Nepal, for having me as a speaker. I feel privileged to be in Nepal, and I'm going to talk about how to submit items in WordPress repository in a smart way. So it's actually about contributing. WordPress is open sourced, and it's actually growing and developing day by day through contributions. So we need to contribute for the betterment of WordPress and for us too. So this is me. I am Mizan Rahman Mizan. I am a software engineer, postgrad in CS and MSIT. I am working with WordPress from 2002, but professionally from 2012. And I was a lecturer in Indian University in Bangladesh, University of Information and Technology and Sciences, and I'm the founder of Technocrews, which already has been addressed. So how to contribute things we can do in WordPress repository. So I will try. I want you to cooperate with me. So do you know how we can contribute to the WordPress community? Any idea? Okay. Who are starting WordPress? Who are the beginners? Can you raise your hand? Working with WordPress for at least 6 months or a year? Can you raise your hand? Okay, more than that? More than 2 years? Okay, nice, pretty good. So, in WordPress repository, we can actually do 3 things. We can support others, and we can submit theme and plugin, and we can review theme and plugin. In order to contribute, what do you need? We need an WordPress.org account. For helping and support, you need to have a supportive mind, and patience, because it's fully voluntary work, and you are not getting anything but knowledge, and you are helping people, so you are actually getting 2 things. You are getting mental peace, and by helping others, you are actually literally learning new things, because people has different questions, and their item has different types of problems, and programmatically, even supportively, we sometimes don't understand what others are saying. So actually you are supporting others, and you are learning things. So both ways, knowledge way and also skill way. So that's the first benefit of supporting, and it helps a lot, because I have learned my programming by helping in my university chapter, like University Student Council. I used to volunteer. I used to teach them programming. I was a programming contestant. I did SCM contests, regionals, and stuff like that. So I tried helping. So it helped me a lot to gain knowledge. So you should also try. Even if you know how to write hello world, I think you are a better candidate to be a support staff in WordPress community. So you should jump in. And to review items, let's go to the second, review and submit items. I am going to the next slide. What we need for submitting items. I am addressing items for both theme and plugins. So if you want to develop theme, quite similar, and if you want to develop plugin, you can address, they're correlated, okay? So for submitting theme and plugins, you need a theme and plugins. That's correct, right? Without having a theme and plugin, we can't actually submit that. And the most important thing about WordPress is GPL compliance, and you have to have the item fully GPL compatible. And I had 1 month of headache understanding GPL licensing with my first item. So make sure that when you are submitting any item, it's GPL compatible. In short, what I can say about GPL is GPL means your item could be easily, anyone can distribute it, redistribute it, anyone can use your code. Not necessarily they always have to give you credit, but giving is good. And they can host your items. These are the most common mistakes that we do in our licensing. You have to explicitly declare that your item could be redistributed in any server or anywhere. So redistribution, we make mistake with the redistribution clause. We sometimes say that our item is not possible to use anywhere else, but that's not GPL compliant. Oh, okay. So in WordPress, it has to be GPL compatible, okay? Okay, so that's the first thing. Then properly escaped and sanitized. I hope you have idea about that. WordPress is very strict in the WordPress repository about sanitization and code validation. So you have to use all the special WordPress functions and classes to validate. So you should make sure that you are learning that properly. And WordPress encourages us to make an item which is translatable, and it's actually now mandatory. So your item should be translatable. So you have to use all the translation functions and methods, so your item is easily translatable to any other languages, and definitely error-free. So if your code has any error, but it's properly displaying things, it's not going to happen. It's not going to come live in the WordPress repository. How to achieve that? I'm talking about theme. There is a special guideline to submit a theme. You should note, and I will give this slide to the organizer or in my website. You can have this one. And there are some requirement in this link, and you can join the official WordPress Slack channel, wordpress.slack.com. There you can look for the hashtag theme review. You will get a lot of ideas, and you can ask any question. Trust me, I am the most silly question seeker or questioner in the Slack channel. I even asked, what is GPL? I even asked, what is GPL there? So you can ask anything. But make sure that you are making, when you are doing some chit chat, you make sub-channel or sub-talks with the one who is replying to you. And then otherwise, other will be irritated. So make sure you have all the data and tools. They have make it easier for us. There are a lot of tools for testing your code, both for theme and plugin. It's available in the developer.wordpress.org/themes release and testing tools. You should have those. I am going to add my testing environment. I will, it's the catch for my talks. I will add my testing environment in my website or in the GitHub, so you can easily download those. But you should check this link. I will give my testing environment to you, but you should check this link before you jump in using my tool, okay? So I have this one. So the common tools that we use and the reviewer use, the theme sniper, from Nepal. The popular one is from Nilambar Sharma from Nepal, and he taught me a lot in my journey too, so I am very grateful to him. And Poina from, I guess, Ireland. They are my WordPress teacher, mentor in WordPress.org repository, so I would like to thank them. If you are listening, Nilambar, thank you so much for asking my silly questions, and also Poina. Okay, so you should have the theme sniper, that sniffer, I guess, sniffer, yeah. So in that tool, you will have an elaborate description about your code errors and mistakes. There are one from WordPress.org named theme check, but it's okay, but it doesn't give you most of the common mistakes, okay? And your code, you should have a translator creator for your code. I have a CLI, command line interface code from the community. So I'll give that in my website. I have only 5 or 6 minutes left, so I have to give a lot of information packed to the website for you to have it. So translator creator is a CLI based. I use that one. You can have any POEdit or other tools, but CLI is good. You just run a command and it literally translate your item. And you should have validation for your code. I'm just going to the next slide. So first thing first, your item should be GPL compatible, and right now we can't promote our theme by writing anything in the screenshot of the theme. So we have to just take the screenshot from our theme. No extra writing, no feature writing is available and permittable in the WordPress. No branding is allowed, and you can only write lorem ipsum in your code. You can even, sometimes we do write like, this theme is very good. In the body of our theme, you know, the common template, we can't write anything. So we have to use the common pattern of flowering, anything that doesn't give any idea who you are. If you are using any third-party tool, like we use Bootstrap, then font like Font Awesome, and stuff like that. If you use them, you have to give proper licensing, and you have to take licensing if needed. So please make sure that you have licensed well, and your license should be, you have to do that. Otherwise, your item is not going to go live. Trust me. And make sure that you have made all the basic requirements so your item don't get stuck for a long time. My first item got approved after 5 months. So it's a long time. Even I'm a developer for more than 10 years, but I was like quite, what do you say? I didn't have any patience. I was impatient, so I didn't start it well and just changed one thing and submitted again and waited for 6-7 days. And for first time, every time 6 weeks, then every 2-3 days I have to wait, and it's a long, tedious journey. So please make sure you're not doing that, okay? And your code will be manually checked also. It doesn't, I have introduced or talked about some tools, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to check your code manually, so don't make any manual mistake. Submitting plugin is quite easier compared to theme that get approved quite quickly, but the rules are similar, okay? And all the theme check address should be issued. Theme check options should be, features should be checked, and your code shouldn't have any PHP error. And the ultimate tips from me, because I have submitted both theme and plugin to the repository. I'm mostly themes, so my tips to you, if you want to submit, try to make a theme that is, you have lots of ideas, you have lots of plan to submit, but try to make one minimal. So what I do, I always submit the blog option of my theme. If I have a multi-purpose theme, I launch it with the blog. Minimal feature. So go for blog or minimal feature with new theme. It will be easier to get approved. Then when your theme is live, they don't actually check too much. It goes immediately. If you update your theme, it is going to be easier, okay? So when you are submitting an item, please make sure that it's minimal and it will be easier for reviewing, and then you can add features and bunch of features. And make sure that always your item is WordPress TOS, term of service compatible. And make sure the translation is proper. Submitting items for plugin and theme, there are some checklist which you should do. I'm not going to talk about them because my time is limited. So you should note, or you can have this from my slide, and repeat this thing, and your item will be approved, I guess. For reviewing item, you need the same setup. You need same setup for reviewing item that you are using for submitting your items. But the process is different. We need to make sure this everything is correct, and anyone can review. So even if you are new, you can still review an item. So make sure you are reviewing even if you don't have any items, because even if you review and your review is not correct, then the senior's going to check it anyway. So if you approve something, that's not going to go live. So if you review, that is educational for you and for for the community. So please try to review also. So you can check this, and my time is, again, I have to say that my time is limited. I wish I could have another 5 minutes, but anyway, you have to go to these 2 links to review an item. The requirement is on the top one, and the second one is requesting an item. When you click on this one, you will have an item. If you are logged in to the WordPress account, your WordPress.org account. So I am going to add the tools in my website, mispress.com/WordPress WordCamp-Pokhara-2018. So you can note that link if you like. So I will add everything, and I will have an elaborated video of my talk, like an hour of video walkthrough for you to start submitting items and to review items. So I will make a longer video, so you can start your journey. Okay. Thanks. You can reach me at this website. This is my personal website, Miss Press, and you can email me, or you can follow me and in Twitter, or you can send me friend request in Facebook if you like. So this is my reaching point, and thanks.